Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this brand new video where I'm going to be starting a career in Formula 1 2020, and I'm going to be starting it in Formula 2, and I'm going to be doing it obviously at the first round of the Formula 2 season, which is in Bahrain. Now I'm racing as a returning Michael Schumacher. So Michael Schumacher is going to be a rookie in Formula 2, and we're going to see how things kind of go. I've already done the P1 practice
Welcome
session.
to Sakir and the Bahrain International Circuit, where the grid is forming up ready for today's race.
I've also done the qualifying, so we're ready for the first race. And then obviously the results of this race will generate the grid for the sprint race.
3.36 miles of racing. Lots of opportunities to overtake throughout its 15 corners. Now, this track has a reputation for being brutal on the rear tyres, so keep an eye on how these young drivers manage their rubber. Strategy here could ultimately determine the winner of this race.
And obviously, with it being Formula 2, we are racing in the daytime.
You're a three-time winner around here in 1 week, I believe, back in 2012. How on earth do you make the tyres last around this racetrack? They degrade so quickly.
To be honest, the key to the race is having a good start so you can get your car into a good position. Then save the tires as much as you can and push just at the end.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's results with a look at the starting grid. Schumacher lines up on pole position, and it's Nobuharu Matsushita alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have King, Alesi, Dorian Boccolacci, and Aitken, Schumacher, Mazepin, Ilott, Antoine Hubert, Tete Camara, Joe, Luca Giotto, and Latifi, Correa, Galeo, Delatraz, and Ralph Boschon, Calderon, and Mahavir Raghunathan starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Yes, let's head down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
There hasn't been a race yet, Jeff. This is the first one of the season. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Unless he's a little bit confused because you actually get points for you get 4 points for setting the fastest lap in qualifying. You do. Fuel load is fixed for Formula 2 cars, so I can't change anything with the fuel load. And I believe very little we can do with the car setups. Yeah, I got a terrible start. Got into first all right there, but the guy coming around the outside of me, at that point there's contact, and there goes my front wing end plate. Okay, folks, let's get ready then for our F2, our famous F2 career start. Lights out, and away we go. Not terribly well. Flipping out, that Carlin got a massive start. Bit of a lunge into lap 1. Carlin's coming back round the outside of me. Oh, that was contact. And I've lost a front wing end plate. That's not good. That means I have no downforce. That's going to give me a bit of a struggle. wide all over the place. And slow the car down a lot more than I would like to make these tight corners with the lack of front downforce. That's the problem with Formula 2 cars. A, they don't have the downforce of Formula 1 cars and the mechanical grip and everything. They don't have very good brakes. And I'm on parts of the track there that we are not renting for this weekend. The lack of front grip, ooh, nearly took out the Carlin, is a bit concerning for me at this point. We're trying our best. I'm trying my best to get up into the top podium places. Such a race changer though, to lose a front wing in the first corner of the race is going to make this a tough order, because obviously Jeff's on the radio to me right now telling me to change my strategy in pit and box. It probably would. In fact, there was my front wing end plate. Did you see that? On the side of the track. Jeff's telling me to pit and box because it would probably be better than losing time like I am doing now. I'm giving myself a racer's chance of getting back into the race after the pit stop. However, the reason why I'm a little bit reluctant to come in is because in Formula 2, you don't have the pit crew like a Formula 1 team has. You don't have like 20 guys jumping on the car when it comes in, changing all the tyres and everything. You've literally got one guy on each wheel who has to undo the wheel, take the wheel off, put the new wheel on, tighten it up, you know. That's kind of where we're at. So pit stops are quite slow, and then if you add a front wing into that, it's even worse. But again, I'm on parts of the circuit that we ain't not renting, and I'm just losing ground and losing time with this front wing damage. It's not a great start, if I'm being honest. Oh, there we go, there was a crash. That Carlin, he nibbled me at the start of the race. Interesting camera view. Caused my front wing damage, and then he's had another go at me there. However, I think he came off worse for wear that time. And of course, with the loss of downforce due to the front wing, not only do I have a problem slowing the car down into corners, I'm also having the problem that I can't put the power down early to get out of corners. Which doesn't make me very racy at the minute. I need to be pumping up that field a lot more. Trying to make a move on this orange car here. Trying to go around the inside of him. I've done it. But then, again, look at that. So far off the circuit, we've had to change camera views. Because the camera's lost me. It's like, yeah, he's gone out shot there. So, I've actually lost ground again to the car in front, which is bad. Thing is, I don't want to pit too early. That's the problem. If you pit too early, the tyres won't last until the end of the race. I've got to make these softs go until I can almost get to my regular pit window. Which is one thing. just losing ground now all the time. It's corners like this as well where you really start to pay for the front wing, because you just get such terrible understeer. Terrible understeer. The car just won't grip to the track. So you can't put your foot down, you can't accelerate like the guys in front of me that I'm trying to race with, and like the guys behind who are trying to race me. I'm surprised the stewards haven't been out to pick up that bit of end plate from the Carling, that bit of front wing. Debris on the track is not safe. Marshall should have been out here cleaning that up. Bit like the bit of my car that's sat over here somewhere. They should have been picking that up too. Well, it looks like they have picked up my bit of front wing, but they've not picked up another fella's. I mean, to be fair, I haven't really lost as many positions as I thought with the damage. I'm kind of holding station at the minute. I'm kind of in no man's land. Oh no, that's not good, that's not good. I've spun the car there, Jeff. That's lost me a lot of places. I think what we're going to do, now's the time to box for a new front wing, because I've lost a ton of places there. And these guys are just swarming me. I'm in the middle of the pack, getting swarmed by everybody. I think that's Antoine Hubert there. Jesus, dude. You trying to get us killed? He's not giving me any room, is he? I've run deep and wide and... Right, pit, box. 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 And this is what I'm saying about GP Formula 2 pit stops. There's literally just one guy who has to do everything. So whilst they're changing my front wing, they're not changing me tyres. Excuse me. Now the two guys are changing the tyres. This is an incredibly long pit stop. I think it was about 32.5 seconds. Which is a long time to be sat stationary. And now we need to get these tyres up to temperature as quick as possible and start trying to get back into this race, because it's all gone terribly wrong for me at this point in time. With the starting first and now running second to last. It's not a good look for a, you know, former 7-time World Formula 1 champion. I'm going to try and get up to speed. I think there's quite a few cars in the pits at the moment. Looking at my mini-map, which means I've probably got a chance of catching up a few cars now on this lap. Piece of front wing still there. What are the marshals doing? Why are they not picking that up? That's a punch of risk. You know, if somebody runs over that. I mean, I know a car shouldn't really be out there at that point, but if you're battling with somebody and you're trying to make an overtake, you could well be in that position. So here's one of the orange cars that was ahead of me before my spin. He's obviously pitted for his tyre change. He's come back out in E18. Of course, no double stacking in Formula 2 either in pit stops. So each team has to stop one guy one lap and then alternate and stop the other guy a lap later or 2 laps later. So it's all very sequential. So I'm guessing that the car in front's teammate's probably in the pits now. He's probably coming this lap. Super deep there, into the gravel, into the kitty litter. Got through it though. Wondering if I just picked up that bit of debris. Right, a bunch of cars coming out the pits now. DRS, that's nice. Need to start carving my way through the field though. Got some damage to my side pod as well there, look. That's not going to be doing my speed any good. I'm being super cautious now. Every time I go into a corner, I'm like, do not damage your front wing. Do not hit the guy in front of you. You do not need to make another pit stop. Can't afford to lose the time. Tried a cheeky little overtake there, but the dude just stayed the course, did the switch back. I'm all over the shop. I'm just gonna bide me time. I was thinking of a lunge, but F2 brakes do not really give you the confidence to try a send, a full-on send into a corner, because you don't have the stopping power. One thing I have noticed about the F2 cars from practice 1, the qualifying and the races, you have to brake so much earlier for the corners than you do in the Formula 1 car, and that's the weird thing, because if you play with the racing line on, which I do only in the corners, the dynamic line, the brake, where it tells you to brake is actually I think it's set for the Formula 1 cars. Because if you brake where the line tells you to brake, you're not making the corner. In the F2 cars, you have to brake when the line is still green. If you brake when it's yellow or red, you ain't making the corner. But we're now back up to P15. This guy's trying to make a move down the outside of me. He's thought better of it. He was going to try to the inside into that corner, but he realised that was never going to end well for him. He stayed in that position. Right, climbing up, 140, 150 miles an hour. We won't hit 200, not a chance. Might do down here if we can get DRS. Get a bit of help from the guy in front. Yeah. Oh, that was a little knock. That was a little knock. Front wing, thankfully, undamaged. So I got a little bump there, but not enough to cause any carbon fibre to vacate. And again, tried a lunge, and it failed. You can't make those, like, Daniel Ricciardo late brake overtakes in F2. You can't do it. That's a nice camera angle as the cars come down the hill. Might be able to get the guy going into down this straight. There we go. We should definitely be able to put out braking here. Have a bit more confidence on the brakes into that sort of corner. Back up to P14 now. So this was about where the position I was in when I spun. And again, really not helped myself there with that kind of overtake. I've got to learn a different style of racecraft for Formula 2. I can't just do dive bomb, slam the brakes on, and you make the overtake like you do in F1, because the F2 cars just don't have the grip, don't have the stopping power. You know, different altogether. And I know I'll probably keep repeating that 100 times in this video, but it is true. I think anyone playing F1 2020, if you're going to career mode, you definitely want to start in F2, because it gives you a different experience. I know most people just want to jump into the F1 career mode and all the other, you know, YouTubers and stuff like that. They're all doing F1 careers or My Team careers. I actually quite like the prospect of working through this F2 career first before I get to jump into a F1 team and start developing the car and all that sort of stuff. That's one thing about the Formula 2 mode as well. Although in practice you do have the team programs, you don't get any points for them. There's no points, there's no developing of the car, because in F2 all the cars are the exact same spec. So there's no developing the car, there's no adding upgrades to the car or anything like that. In F2 it's all about just getting experience with controlling the game, playing the game. I'm starting to get a bit of a feel for these overtakes. Certainly into that corner, I've learned that if you could take the inside line and then just drive sort of straight on that corner, it stops the guy that you're overtaking from being able to turn in. And it's going to basically force him wide. So it kind of blocks him from being able to do the switchback on you. And gives you a chance to get away from him down that start and finish straight. But yeah, the Formula 2 career, start to career mode is very good, because it just gives you experience of driving the car, driving the tracks. Obviously you only race at 12 of the tracks in the Formula 1 calendar. You don't race at every single track like F1 does, but you do 2 races at every track. So you do this race, and then obviously we do the sprint race, which is where the top 10 guys, the guys who finish in the top 10 for this race, start in reverse order for the sprint race. So the guy that wins this race starts in 10th. The guy who came 10th starts first. Which is a lot different, obviously, to Formula 1. But I like the fact there's less practice sessions. There's only the one qualifying session. You haven't got like Q1, Q2, Q3. So F2 puts more emphasis on the racing and the races than it does on the practice and qualifying. One of the things when you get into doing the when you do Formula 1 career, one of the things I find as a player who's played obviously the last couple of, quite a lot of the Formula 1 games over the year, certainly F1 2019, F1 2018, 2017, the race programs, the qualifying, all them practice programs absolutely annoy me. They're so boring and repetitive to do, race after race after race. I wish there was a better way to earn points for upgrading your car, upgrading components on your car, either just from doing like normal laps, just running laps in practice over the practice sessions, fastest laps, number of laps, that sort of thing. I mean, things like the qualifying program, and the race strategy program, yes, those make sense to me. I don't mind those objectives, same as I don't mind objectives like running with 2 different car setups. But the track acclimatisation, tyre wear, fuel management, and ERS programs, they bore me to tears. Which is why you probably won't see any of those if I do these videos regularly. I'm probably not going to show a lot of the practice stuff and the race programs, because honestly, I probably just end up skipping them. And people go, well, if you skip them, then you're not going to earn the points, and you're not going to be able to upgrade your car. You forget, we're playing on PC here, folks. There's a way that I can add points without having to run the programs, So I can still get the points to do my upgrades without needing to bore myself to death running all the practice programs every weekend. And I can just focus purely on the qualifying and the race, which I'm guessing is what people really want to see in these videos. But here we are, we're up to P9, we are in the points positions. Lovely little move there into that corner. So we've managed to get back to the points positions, which is nice. So, we are going to get something out of the race. It's not ideal, it's not perfect. Based on, obviously, the start. Oh, that was a hit and a half. That was a bit naughty, Michael. He gave that car a bump, and he's disappeared. He's not actually behind me. I don't think that car has recovered from that bump. I think that car is out of the race, folks. I think that car is done. Maybe broken suspension there, because that was a heavy hit. Heavy hit. I'm surprised I didn't come off worse for wear from that. Not picked up any body, well, I have got body damage on the side pod from the thing, but thankfully all my wings are still intact. So we're on lap 15, it's a 16 lap race, so penultimate lap. Or if you're Murray Walker, the penultimate last lap but one. The famous Murrayism. Am I going to be able to make any more progress up this field? I'm in P7. There's three cars ahead of me. Am I going to be able to get them? With 1 lap to go. Probably not. I think I'm probably too far away. I also I don't race that corner very well. I get all on the curbs and everything, which is a bad place to be. You can't really put the power down because you're likely to spin the car like I did earlier in the race because you're on the curbs, the car's all unbalanced and unsettled. Some of the wheels aren't in contact with the ground. Here we go. About to start the last lap of the race. So, am I going to be able to make any inroads here? Got the DRS wide open, but sadly not close enough to make any kind of move into turn 1. Still going to have DRS heading down to turn 4. But yeah, not really in a position there to make a move. Oh, good run out of that corner though, good traction. The guy's actually giving me room there. He's actually kind of let me past. He actually kind of let me past there. Oh, that was close. That was a brake check and a half. Very nearly ran into the back of the Carlin. Again, the brake car, they thought about having a run at me and then he backed off. Sadly, I don't think there's any chance of me getting any more places. I'm too far behind. I would need to make a super lunge into this corner down at the end of this straight, and honestly, it's not worth the risk. I think we'll take out P6 and consider that good recovery from first corner front wing damage and a spin. I think we'll take that. P6 is a good place to be. Most definitely.
It wasn't always plain sailing today, but a very important win nonetheless. And I have to wonder, Davide Valsecchi, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Although the Formula 2 cars are all the same spec, the winner just looked better out there. It would have been a combination of getting those tires up to running temperature faster and driving to the condition on track. They made it look easy out there today.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the MP Motorsport team, and I'm very happy to see them up there on the top step of the podium.
Anyway, we've got sprint race to come now, which is obviously going to be interesting because now we be at reverse grid position. So finishing 6th, I'm going to start 4th, I think, on the grid for the sprint race. I do believe.
After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the Drivers' Table. Jordan King takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after that excellent result. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
Well, he had a great drive today. Somewhat unexpected, maybe. But I'm going for Sergio Sette Camara. Quick, clean, and in control. It was everything you could ask for.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams Championship. MP Motorsport moved to the top of the table.
The official driver of the day also did a fantastic job. But I have to vote with my heart, and today I have to go in a different direction.
Goodbye for now then, but we really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. We've reversed the top 8 from yesterday's race to set the grid for the sprint race here today, and the drivers are almost ready on the grid down below.
Okay, so it's the top 8 that get their grid positions reversed, not the top 10. Okay.
Davide, is there anything we should be looking for in today's race? The teams are all very competitive at the moment, so are we about to witness a push from anyone in particular?
Hi Alex, the team will have been studying everyone else out there very carefully, so I think we are in for a very interesting event today. I can't wait to see how this race unfolds.
Right. So we are starting P3 today. I'm just going to take the front wing off this time. Bit more straight line speed. So here we go, folks. Lights out. And away we go for the start of the F2 sprint race. Starting in 3rd place for this race. Coming down to the first corner here. Just taking it nice and... oh, there's a bit of contact there. There's quite a few cars there behind me getting into a bit of a tussle and a bustle. I saw some carbon fibre come off, but it doesn't look to have been off my car. So, thankfully for me, although again I've got damage to the side pods, look, on the car. We are doing well. Again, running a little bit wide on the cold medium tyres. Need to get settled into a rhythm now and start chasing after, I think it's Giotto ahead of me. Well, no, it's Alesi and the Trident ahead of me, and then it's Giotto in front of him. This is when it all gets a little bit exciting. What's weird in this sprint race as well is cars are on different tyres. Alesi's on the softs. Now there's no pit stops in a sprint race, by the way, I've discovered. No pit stops. So you're not changing your tyres, so he's got to do... the car in front of me's got to do 12 laps on the soft tyres. I've got to do 12 laps on the mediums. Whether or not he has the pace. I mean, he's going to be quick to start with at the start of the race, you'd think, anybody on the softs, but it's whether or not they can let them go the distance. Trying to reel the guy in. Trying to pull him, so I keep doing some good consecutive laps. Helicopters overhead, probably catching some great aerial shots for the race director. But yeah, Luca Giotto ahead of me. Got some serious scratching on the car bodywork, haven't I? Rubbing is racing, as everyone will tell you. I'm trying to make it. I need to push to get into DRS range on this guy. Because he's quick. This Giotto bloke, he's quite quick. I think we're both on the same tyre compound. Don't think he's running on the softs. No, he's on mediums too, so we're evenly matched. We are evenly matched. Slowly getting close to him. We're probably going to have DRS down the start and finish straight. Definitely not going to try to send it into that corner there. There's an excellent view of the damage, look. Crikey. Too far back to make a lunge into turn 1. Go through turns 2 and 3. Next hope will be the run down to turn 4. DRS. Can I make a move? Not quite. I'm trying to pick the moment. I don't want, obviously, to damage the front wing because, like I say, none of the other cars are going to be making pit stops. So if you have to make a pit stop, you're going to lose no end of places. You're not going to recover from that, I don't think. Coming up to the lot, to the back section. Got the DRS. As odd as it sounds, the best place really for me to probably overtake this guy will be turns 1, through the turns 1, 2 and 3 area of the circuit. Because if I've got DRS going down the start and finish straight and I can get ahead of him, I'm also going to have the benefit then of having DRS up the road up to turn 4, which is going to actually let me pull away from the guy. So this is probably my chance. If there's going to be an overtake, it's going to be into turn 1, down here, and then use the DRS to get me and keep me ahead of the guy. There we go. Perfect. He's not going to have DRS. So I'm all the way down this straight going to just be able to pull away from him at this point. Now I've just got to try and run a clean lap. Keep him behind me. And start now looking to build a lead, build a gap to him. As well as obviously trying to keep my tyres in good order because they've got to go the race distance. We're not pit stopping. lap 6 of 12, I've got first place, and it's all going to be pretty steady now, to be fair. The end of the race, I think, at this point. Unless I make a mistake. Unless the tyres go off the cliff. I think I've secured my first win in Formula 2 in the Bahrain sprint race. And we're about to start our final lap of the race. It's been pretty uneventful, really, since taking the lead. I've just slowly, with every lap, just pulled a little gap on the car behind me, and never really had any trouble. I've not had any incidents or dramas of my own making. He says as he gets quite wide on the back curve, side of the track for no reason. Tyres have just started to go off a little bit in these last couple of laps, I'm not going to lie. Did notice a little bit of understeeriness in some of the corners. Especially later on, as I go through the end of this lap, you'll probably hear me lifting in a couple of corners because the car starts to understeer a little bit. Starting to get a bit of slide. Probably through here on left. Yeah. And another little bit of a lift there as well, just to stop me running way off track. But not enough to cause me significant problems. I've got a gap to the car behind at this point, so this was a very easy win in the end for my Formula 2 sprint race debut. Michael Schumacher picks up a first victory in his comeback. Because like I said, all the King's horses and all the King's men seem to have put Schumacher back together again.
Nice work, that's P1. Race win. Well done.
Brilliant stuff from ART today. What a superb victory. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
The difference was in the strategy. Credit to the driver for sure, but races like this really drive home how much of a team sport this is. They did a lot of work on the pit wall to really make the most of each stint and to make the best use of these tires. But that said, all of that would have been for nothing without a talented hand on the wheel.
ART, the French team who have been racing since the 90s in various forms of motorsport, are once again back on the winner's podium today after a brilliant display of driving skill. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. The gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race for our championship leader. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
Difficult call, but I'd like to say Luis de Letras. He was just perfect in conserving the tires and made the difference at the end.
And now a look at the team standings. MP Motorsport moved to the top of the table. And after all that excitement, I think it's time for a lie down. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you when Formula 2 returns.